So many people struggle with anxiety. It's even on a daily basis.
Yeah, and you'll hear other people call them worry wards and say, just, get over it, calm down, quit worrying. If only it were that easy, right? In today's Relationship Reboot, we're finding out what to do when your loved one is struggling with anxiety.
Yeah, so joining us now is our relationship guru, Dr. Kirsten Lynn Seal. And this problem is more significant than we might think. I mean, we're talking about 40 million U.S. adults struggle with anxiety. And that's just not worrying. There's something much more to that.
Yes. So anxiety it's so pervasive. There's a range, right? From just sort of having things sort of, nagging at you like, oh, I should remember this, or how is this going, to full-blown anxiety disorders, which can include, panic attacks and phobias when you get sort of to the other end of the spectrum.
So how does this develop? Because all of us worry about some stuff sometimes, but that's not anxiety.
Well, right. So the thing about worrying about some stuff sometimes, this is protective. I mean, this started, way back when we were in caves and you heard a growl, and you thought, oh no, is there a saber-toothed tiger? That would be good that you would think that, right?
Right, yes.
So anxiety is different than fear. Fear is actually, there's something here and I'm afraid of it. Anxiety is worrying about the fear. And that is one of the reasons why it can be so tricky.
And if you have a partner that has anxiety, it can be very tricky for you to understand even how to communicate with them.
Right. If you are someone who doesn't struggle so much with anxiety and your loved one does, it can be very hard to understand what it's like for them. And so the sort of what people often think of as helpful, which is just, oh, don't worry about it, or
it'll be okay.
It'll be okay. Also, why can't you just let this go? Understanding that literally, like, anxiety is actually very physiologically based. So it triggers a lot of things like rapid heartbeat and shallow breathing. Panic attacks, we start feeling like we can't breathe. We have this overarching sense of doom, right? I mean, there's, again, on that higher end of the spectrum, it can be very, very scary.
So let's get into the don'ts first.
Yes.
We have a list of things you should not do if a loved one or a friend is dealing with anxiety.
The first thing you shouldn't do is don't criticize anxious behaviors. That doesn't help. In fact, that often makes your partner or loved one be more worried about actually coming to you with like, oh, I'm scared about this, I'm worried about that.
Second one?
The second one is don't assume you know what your partner needs or wants. Ask them, right? So sometimes, like I know someone whose husband asks her, do you want to hear something, do you want to hear an optimistic viewpoint? Like when she starts sinking into despair about something. And then she'll usually say, yeah, because that's helpful, right? And it's also respectful of your partner or spouse.
Because maybe you don't want that.
Maybe you don't want that, right? Maybe it's not helpful.
Cool.
What about the do's?
The do's. So here's the thing about anxiety. Only about 1 in 3 people who struggle with anxiety are actually getting treatment for it. And by treatment, there's actually a big range of things you can do. I mean, obviously, therapy is a thing that can really, really help, especially to sort of learn coping skills and also understand that you're not weird or odd. That what you're struggling with is a real thing.
And 40 million people have
40 million people, indeed. And so other things that are really important and can be really helpful are things like acupuncture, things like massage, body treatments. Exercise is really important. In the last several years, there's been this big spate of research around exercise, and it is so clear that it really helps.
Stronger than medication in many cases,
In many cases, stronger than medication, right. So then we have also the medications, antidepressants, anti-anxiety medications. They can, of course, they have side effects too, so that's something always to balance.
You suggest to listen, to validate the fact that they are struggling, but not necessarily the reason.
Exactly. So this is,
you don't want to feed into the anxiety.
Well, exactly. And the other piece is when people are, this goes to the heart of listening in relationships on a whole variety of topics. When if someone comes to us with something they're anxious about, we don't have to talk about the content, but to say, I can see you're really struggling. I can see you're distressed. I'm sad that you're having such a hard time with this, because what that does is connect you in the moment to your loved one, and it's that connection that proves so grounding for all of us.
And then that connection also has them be supportive of your treatment or supportive of whatever you're doing.
Exactly.
Kirsten, very good. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Uninstall Facebook and Twitter, too. That helps. Our community wants answers after a hit and run.
What he does.